Ready? Hello? All right, sis, I'm on my way. Yeah, you have a doctor's appointment, so we'll go do that. I just cut the TV off, so I'm about to leave the house now. I got your bookmark. All right, bye-bye. Whew. Well, you know, it's another day to go help sis. The life of the catalyst, Crystal, you know, and the caregiver. I'm putting on my armor right now, y'all, because, you know, when you're working with people, you have to be patient because sometimes they're a little difficult to deal with. So just a word to the wise. Gird your mind up before you get there so you're ready, you know. That's what I do. Beautiful day out here today. So, guys, this is where my sister stays, and you know it's good if you pick a nice place where they keep the grounds up. You know, you don't want to put your loved one just anywhere. If you look around, they do a pretty good job and they keep it up. You know what I'm saying? So, if they want to stay by themselves, pick a good place. Now, let's see if she's ready, because I told her I was coming. Oh, there you go. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at you. Look at that. Hey, you ready? You ready?
Oh, what?
You ready?
What are we gonna do?
We're gonna go to your appointment. Do you need me? Hold on a minute. Let me come in. Let me get this. You want to go to the bathroom or anything before we leave?
Yeah.
Cut your TV off, and then we can get that. So this is my sister Deborah, guys. This is Deborah. Say hey. Huh?
What?
Yeah, cut it off. Oh, let me give you your bookmark too, because I did get your bookmark. Your dress looks nice.
Right there.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna go ahead and go to the restroom. So this is where my sister stays, guys. This is a one-bedroom place. She wants to keep her independence, and we watch her carefully, guys. We got a camera right here, so we can actually see her. So when we're not with her, we can actually see her. My nephew Larry and all of us, we watch her carefully because she doesn't quite want to relinquish her independence. So we try to let her keep it, you know, and then I come in and check and see what she's got going on and make sure she's good and make sure that everything is okay for her. You have to be nosy, you know, when you come in, you kind of just got to look around and see what they need, and that's what I try to do in her clinic. Make sure she's good. All right, so we're gonna take a ride a couple of places. I have John, and John is gonna watch. We're gonna stroll through memory lane today. Okay, we're gonna go through we're gonna ride through Chavis. We're gonna ride through a couple of places, so we can kind of just take a trip down memory lane. How about that? We got the doctor's appointment at 12:30, so we'll go there at 12:30. So you're good, and then we'll get something to eat and everything too. You feel okay today?
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Tell the people what your name is.
Deborah.
Yeah. Are you born and raised from Raleigh? Are you from Raleigh?
I am.
Yeah. Where'd you go to school out here?
Chavis Heights over that way.
Yeah. 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 And Charles?
Over there, Crystal.
Mm-hmm. Charles.
Yeah.
Yeah, our brother, you know. And y'all stayed in Chavis Heights. Okay, so we're gonna ride over there. Let's take a ride over there. Let's get your key. Yeah. I'll get your mask so you have it. Let's do the gray one today. 'Cause the gray one looks like it'll match today. Let's do gray today because you got on black and white. How about that? Cool.
Okay. So Chavis Heights?
Yeah, we'll ride. I'm gonna stop it.
Since me and Mom.
Yeah, they redid it over. Yeah, I know. So this one is better. We'll just keep it on your chin like I got mine, and then when we go somewhere, when you need it, you'll have it already, okay? Getting cool now. You need anything from the store? You need anything from the store? You need anything from the store? Okay. So you don't. We got everything. You don't need nothing. Okay. Cool. That's, yeah. Yeah, we'll stop and get something to eat. We will, definitely. St. Augustine's College from 1978 to 1982. And this house right here and that house Many of my friends here for a home cooked meal. Like they would be like, Crystal, you lucky, you got family. And we would come down here to Ghana and my aunt would feed them. And that's the memory that some of my friends have right now, is coming and visiting my family and sitting here on this property. So it's nothing like having a good old country when you're coming from the city. Because, you know, you got to remember, I was born and raised in New York. So this was a blessing to have this, you know. So it's a beautiful thing. Hey, yes, ma'am. Hold on 1 second. Lord Jesus, no, I haven't. I'm just here visiting. And I just got here. Where she live? On Main Street? What does she have on? Wow. We didn't see no woman walking, right? John, we ain't seen no woman walking. She said her grandmother had dementia and she's out walking. Was there? Which way did she go? He said he saw a woman going that way. Did she have a cane? Yeah. Older lady go. Go.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, no problem. You see what I'm saying, guys? That's exactly what I'm talking about. She looking for her mom that had dementia. Wow. And we saw her. And see, that's what I'm thinking my sister has. So, guys, man, take care of your family, man. Stay in communication with your family. Wow. 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 Well, Mom, Dad, we're going to go by to your house today. I got Sis, and we're going to take a trip down memory lane. Since I wasn't born here in Raleigh and Deborah was, I'm going to take her for a trip down memory lane. I sure wish people get it, man. I wish they understood that while their parents are alive, to give them their flowers. I love you, and I thank you. I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for y'all. Love on your family while you can, because this is where my family is. Mom, Dad, brother, grandparents, cousins. Oh my God. This is where my family is, except for my sister and me. Where's your family? That's my question. If they breathing and they walking and they talking, please, please don't sweat the small stuff. Forgive and forget. And just go love on them and apologize. But come, let me let you meet my brother. It's flowers for you, bro. Man. Well, you know, this was Daddy's thing. He did this, but I didn't do this. But so I'm gonna turn you down for a minute because I can't have you with no empty flowers, bro. Man, I'll never forget the day he called me and he said, Sis, they gave me 6 months to live. I drove to New York City. And I was there with my brother in the hospital. 7 days later, I brought him back to North Carolina. I checked him into a hospice facility in Fayetteville, North Carolina. They didn't think he belonged because he was laughing, he was joking, he was so vibrant, man. He loved God, y'all. He was flirting with the women, he was flirting with the nurses. He was calling me, say, Sis, bring me some oxtails and rice, because he loved oxtails and rice. But then he called me one day and he said, Sis, I can't take it no more. I can't take this pain. Come get me and take me so they can pump my stomach. So I checked him out. We had a good time. We laughed. My sister, my brother and I, we laughed. We had a good time in the car. We listened to music. We were joking. Charles wasn't feeling too good. Sis wasn't feeling too good. She had to take her cancer medicine. Man, talk about a lot. So anyway, we got to Rex, right? And they were expecting us because he came from a hospice unit. Now, meanwhile, the plan was they were going to do an evaluation with me because my brother was taking 27 medicine. So they had to evaluate him because the next day they were gonna bring him to my house. He was gonna be hospice at home until I could find another place, right? All because he wanted his stomach pumped, okay? So get this, we get to the emergency room. They say, okay, they discharging him. I said, discharge? I said, where y'all think we're going? I said, no. I said, I brought my brother here because you have a cancer unit. I said, my brother can't go home. I don't have no bed. I don't know what to do. I said, I just brought him from the hospice facility. I said, can you please go get me somebody from upstairs in the hospice unit? They sent the head guy from the hospice unit. I had my brother's life in my bag. And I said, sir, they want me to take my brother home. My brother just left the Fairville hospice place. I don't have a bed. I don't know what to do. I said, they can't take him home. I brought him here because you have a hospice, cancer floor. He said, well, let me see. So he looked at the papers. Guys, I had all these papers and he looked at them. Meanwhile, sis is saying, I'm hungry because she didn't take her medicine. I'm going, Lord, help me, Jesus. But the doctor comes back over to me and he said, wow, I'm glad he has you. We're gonna check him in. The next morning I have to go to the Medicaid office. Everything goes great. I get his Medicaid transferred in 1 day. 1 day, perfect. So now I pick sis up and we on our way back to the hospital. Everything is fine. I said, bro, I got one more thing I need to do. So I go to the waiting area with my sister. I said, sis, let's go make these calls because I was doing something with his policies or something because, we just came from New York City. I think I was in the waiting room 15 minutes. Then the nurse comes in the room and she says, your brother's breathing funny. I said, what are you talking about? She said, it's happening. I said, huh? I said, I just left him. So I go in there and I see what's happening and I said, wow. Now, my brother did not want to be resuscitated, so I was the one who was responsible for this. Guys, it was over. 5 minutes later, he was gone. Gone. My sister's saying, Crystal, you're not going to do nothing. I said, sis, he didn't want to be resuscitated. She said, but you're not going to do nothing? I said, sis, these are his wishes. I can't. So I knew right then I had to make a decision because it was only her and I left. So what I did was I told him, go ahead. I witnessed something I never want to witness again, guys. I witnessed them trying to resuscitate my brother. I witnessed them pushing and pounding and pushing and pounding and pushing and pounding on his chest. They couldn't revive him. But now my sister was at peace because now she said, you tried. Man, when I think about that day, whew. So I'm going to show you a book I wrote because of this story. So as a result of this came Final Wishes. I took everything that I went through with Charles, Mom, and Dad, and I wrote this book. When I tell you Final Wishes is a guide for transition from life to death, though. Guys, $9.99 on Amazon. It's the best $9.99 you can ever purchase. I just took some things, some simple stuff. Check it out. I even have pages in there where you can write a letter to your loved one. I have some very important things for business owners, so I'd like for you to check it out. And it's not about selling a book. It's about giving you peace of mind. It's about making sure you don't feel what I felt. That's why I wrote this book. Because I don't want nobody to go through what I went through. Please find out what your family's final wishes are. I'm telling you, it'll save you from the day you have to make a decision at the ER. It's so much easier.